Hello, hello, my friends. Another dedicated candle review for you today. We're going to be talking about HOMEWORX Cranberry Sauce. Full disclosure, this candle was sent to me in PR about, I would say, 2 months ago now for review purposes. However, if you have been with my channel any length of time, you guys know that I do always strive to remain unbiased and to share with you all of the pros and cons that I have observed from each candle that I burn, and then give you all of the information you need to determine if a candle belongs in your collection or if you can save some money and pass on it. So all of the information regarding the layout of my home, the let's see, environmental factors, anything that could affect what is already a very subjective opinion, meaning strength and throw of a candle, that is also found in the description box down below. So yeah, lots of ways for you to find out where I'm coming from when I talk about this candle. All right, you guys, so we have a standard 4-wick, 18-ounce vessel that we all know HOMEWORX is kind of, that's like their bread and butter, I would say. They do offer some different vessels. They have a couple of 3-wicks. They have some single wicks. They have their large luxe size candles. But for the most part, I feel like this is the size candle that most people are familiar with when they think of the HOMEWORX brand. They've got the beautiful photographic wraparound label. The ambiance that they create is really top notch, I would say. We've got, like I said, you can see the flames going behind the picture here. It just really kind of lights up that label nicely. Now, that being said, you guys will see when I lift the camera angle up to show you the wicks later on in this review, you'll see that I'm actually on my last burn of this candle. And it's just because, honestly, I had so many other fragrances kind of cut in front of it. And I got to this last burn and I thought, I don't think I've done a review on this one. I should probably put that up. So here we are. All right. The pour date of this specific candle that I am reviewing is April 25th, 2024. The fragrance notes listed on the bottom of this candle are stewed cranberries, Valencia orange peels, spiced red apple, and cane sugar. If you go on the Slatkin & Co. website, more detailed scent notes are given, top, middle, and bottom notes. So the top notes listed on the website are mandarin slices, Valencia oranges, hint of clove. Mid notes of cinnamon bark, stewed cranberries, and spiced red apple, base notes of vanilla extract, ripe raspberries, and raw cane sugar. So if you happen to look at all of those notes, you might feel a little bit confused, especially like for me. Personally, when I always saw this candle, I was a little bit thrown off by the idea of there being so much citrus in these fragrance notes. And of course, there's a little bit of red apple in here. I am very happy to tell you that this fragrance, despite all of those notes that are listed in there, I believe that this fragrance is very authentic and true to its name, cranberry sauce. You definitely get those tart stewed cranberries. This is very much not like it's not even like a cranberry scent that I would get, say, I'm trying to think of some other cranberry fragrances that I have in my collection right now. Like obviously the pistachio cranberry, or even like the cran apple toddy that I have from Country Candle. Those have definitely more fruity apple elements in it. It's definitely more sweet berry forward. Whereas this is definitely more of a good gourmand cranberry sauce type of fragrance. It's funny, I like that they say that they are stewed cranberries, because there is a fragrance that I know that they're talking about when they say stewed cranberries in that fragrance accord. And I think a lot of you who have ever made cranberry sauce from scratch, you know what I'm talking about. It's almost like there's a little bit of heat behind it, not in the terms of like spice, but there's just something that happens when you heat up those cranberries. They do release an aroma that is very different than just, say, like a freshly picked cranberry or a tart fresh cranberry. The fragrance complexity, I guess, changes when you start to boil down and make cranberry sauce. And like I said, this smells very, very authentic to me. I feel like this is a great fragrance that is, honestly, it's marketed, I think, as part of the Gather collection, which is, I think, like their Thanksgiving collection. And for us here in the United States, we celebrate Thanksgiving next month in November. And this smells very much, like I said, the cranberry sauce that you make to accompany that standard American turkey dinner that we all come to know and expect on Thanksgiving Day. And I feel like this is a fragrance that would complement a lot of those fragrances if you want to have a candle burning when you are going to be having guests over for your Thanksgiving dinner, or even if you cook turkey for Christmas, this would complement your food very, very well. This has been a very versatile fragrance, believe it or not, even though I would say it's more gourmand in the sense that it reminds me of food. It's not gourmand in terms of, I think a lot of people hear gourmand and they think spice or bakery, and that's not at all what this is, but it does definitely remind me of food, i.e. cranberry sauce. So I do feel like the fragrance in and of itself is quite authentic to what it is wanting to be. So one thumb up for that. In terms of the performance, I'm going to go ahead and lift this candle up for you so that way you can see, you guys see, like I'm just about probably, this is probably going to be my final burn. Maybe I might have one more after it. So you can see that the flames are slightly lower, but still no issues with this pulling out. I've talked about in several of my HOMEWORX reviews that a lot of the HOMEWORX candles here in 2024, I do usually allocate about 4 or 5 hours on the first burn to make sure that I get a complete wax pool. And that was the case with this candle. The wicks on this one were not overly thin, but they were not too heavy. I did trim a little bit of excess carbon from the top of this candle, but honestly, I think you could have gotten away with not. It doesn't develop huge carbon balls. It's still a pretty clean burning candle. That is one of the things that I will give HOMEWORX. I know that we talk about that a lot with Kringle and their 100% soy wax formula, but HOMEWORX candles, I will tell you, I think I'm going back to thinking I only had one candle this year burn kind of sooty and dirty for me, and that was the beach bonfire candle. The rest of the HOMEWORX candles that I have been burning this year have been burning quite cleanly. So another good mark on that one. Now, strength and throw of this candle, you guys, I'm going to be honest with you. In my home, this one is, I would say, an average of like around a 6.5. I was like, should I rank it a 6? Should I rank it a 7 in terms of strength and throw? It's medium. This is not going to fill a big open concept. At least in my home, it didn't. It didn't really project that well in my open concept living room into the kitchen. However, if I burn this in a smaller space like a bedroom, which, you know, I would burn it as kind of like a flanker scent, I could smell it pretty well throughout there, but it didn't blow me out of the room. So I honestly feel like this is a fragrance that if you have maybe a more traditional closed concept style of home, or I'm thinking of like a lot of the homes that are, well, I just said traditional, maybe an older home that has like a separate dining room. I think that this would be a great fragrance that you could place in your dining room for like Thanksgiving dinner or any kind of dinner where you might want to have a cranberry fragrance lingering in the background. This would probably be a good candle to burn. You could also probably burn it in your kitchen if you maybe wanted some extra fragrance in there. But yeah, otherwise, if you're wanting to put this in a large open concept, you might be a little bit disappointed by that. That being said, you guys, this is a nice fragrance. Is it one that I feel like I need more of in my collection? No, there are some cranberry fragrances that I think I prefer a little bit more. But that being said, this fragrance did pair really nicely with a lot of my like autumnal pumpkin fragrances. If you have HOMEWORX's Farm Stand Pumpkin, if you have Autumn Pumpkin, if you have Harvest Leaves, if you have Kringle's Cute Black Cat on a Pumpkin or their Great Pumpkin scent, it pairs really nicely with those. Also, if you're wanting to maybe phase out of all of the fall like pumpkin scents, but you still like cranberry as you're transitioning from fall to holiday or winter fragrances, this candle pairs really nicely with some tree fragrances. It pairs really nicely with, I've been burning the new Caramel Sundays. What is it? Their pistachio cranberry scent. I burns well with other HOMEWORX scents. Their pistachio cranberry bark scent, it pairs nicely with their, what was that? The pistachio macarons. That one it pairs really nicely with. So I will give it, like, again, with that fragrance, it's very, very versatile for a lot of candles that you may already have in your collection. So I wish the strength and throw was a little bit higher on this one. But because it was not a powerhouse for me. And also because, like I said, there's some other cranberry fragrances I enjoy more. I don't see myself needing to get a backup of this one, but I am thankful that they sent it to me and it was enjoyable. I didn't feel like decluttering it, which you guys know, I've been a little bit cutthroat with my collection lately about what gets to stay. So it wasn't on the chopping block either. But overall, you guys, Yeah, I would say like a thumb and a half up. I feel like it would get 2 thumbs up if the performance were slightly stronger. But if you like cranberry sauce type of fragrances, I think that you would really appreciate this one. This candle at the last time I checked was still available on the Slatkin and Co website. They did just have a big 30% off sale over the weekend, so I'm not sure what's still in stock, but this is still available on the Slatkin and Co website. I do have a discount code with them. It is Katie's Joyful Life. It should save you 15% off of your orders over $40. It usually can't be combined with a lot of their good sales, but you guys know me. I'm always going to tell you save the most amount of money. Make sure you're signed up for their rewards program. But yeah, lots of fun stuff coming down the pipeline from Slatkin & Co. So yeah, let me know in the comment box down below if you have purchased this candle, if what your experience has been with it. Is this one that you love burning year round? Or is this one pretty much a seasonal burn for you? Also, feel free to throw in there if you have any other combinations or pairings that you like to burn it with. I'm sure others in the community would like to see that as well. Please hit thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. I do lots of dedicated reviews. I do hauls, empties, and a lot of fun stuff in between. So if you like candle content, I think you'd like sticking around here. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.